So welcome back, guys. The second season of the University Alliance Cup featuring Valent. Of course, this is the second game of today's broadcast. Dax and Swarley still gonna be here, still in for an amazing show. And Swarley, we already had an amazing match a while ago, and this is looking to be quite spicy as well. Virtus Arcus versus MGS Fates. It's LaSalle versus Mapua.
And Mapua, they are the ones with something to prove in this one. LaSalle, they've been one of the top dogs for a while now, but you did tell me off the air that Javi might still be playing for his professional team as of the moment, and Javi definitely one of the main guys for this LaSalle team. But still, they do have another trick up their arsenal. They're going to be coming in with a new coach for this one. I'm not sure if they had a coach prior, but it's always going to change things up if you have that coach telling you what works and what doesn't. But there is that difference still going to be if they will be, playing to your playbook, to your style that you believe is good Valorant. Because everyone has a different say on what good Valorant is.
That's true, and you want to have that a little bit of that external information to say to you. It's either you suck or you're doing this really well. It's just it's a very grounding experience, I would say, especially as I've had a bit of a coaching career also in my past, and it just goes to show. First, you learn to walk, and then you learn how to play bind, and then you make a team, and then you get some tournament wins or losses under your belt. Then you get the coach, then you get a boot camp, and that's support structure, right? That's really the tail end of the esports side of any amateur team. That's when it becomes more of a profession. That's when you really feel that everyone's working together to become quite the force to be reckoned with. And even here in the University Alliance Cup, we know that these collegiate players are juggling their studies right now alongside their play. But if they can study their play even more, then why not? And I love seeing that extra kind of coaching. I love seeing that extra effort. But here we are with our player matchup, and Ace of Us, come on. That's a very, very overwhelming stat sheet right there with 15 kills to his name as per usual. He does die quite a lot though. 19 assists are pretty decent as well. First bloods are on the LaSalle side, and 222 combat score. Not too bad there. Serious. He has a lot of work cut up for him, but this might be the game to prove it.
Literally. I do like how you said cut out because his picture was obviously cut out of something. But serious, definitely looking serious and bringing the drip, as the young kids like to say these days.
Ooh,
Did I
didn't
use
know
it
you
right?
were. I
Did I
don't
use
know.
it right?
I
Did
don't
I
know,
use it
but
right? I'm not
I have
sure.
no idea, honestly. Sometimes I just see it with any other manga panel. I'm just like, okay, sure. Drop it hot. Limited edition right there. And guys, of course, all these games are absolutely limited edition. You're only gonna be able to see it once live, and you can check it out here, of course, on Twitch stream. We also have a Facebook stream for the Filipino side, and we're just so happy to have you here supporting the University Alliance Cup. But here we have it. Map picks are a go. And a while ago, I said you learn to play bind before you learn pretty much anything else, but it's already banned out. So these guys, they've shrugged out the past, and they're looking to go somewhere a bit different. I gotta ask you, Swarley. Let's just wing it real quickly. What do you predict the map?
Whew.
No, come on, answer. Your choices. Okay, there you go.
Oh man,
Oh,
almost.
I wanted you to answer as much as possible because like the bands would come out of nowhere, right? And then
But
right there.
Okay.
Ascent. That's a very good map. So the thing about Ascent is I've noticed over the region that this map is very popular to be played in professional play because it's a map that people scrim a lot in. They know how to play bind pretty systematically. Haven, you can just kind of wing it with some aggression, and Icebox and Split, you have to study. But Ascent, it's that mixed match of learning as well as just feeling the rhythm of the map. When you know how to play Ascent, it gets better with the lineups and all the like, but we can still tackle any kind of situation, tackle with any kind of composition on the map like this.
But yeah, I do like the attacking set piece on this map. Sova has a lot of great arrows on this map, so definitely gonna see a Sova, especially with that Odin cheese at B main. Always fun to see that whenever it happens.
The B-main wall. Someone needs to call one of those builders, someone who's gonna be bringing some cement because that Odin is just nasty. in that angle. And you can never forget also from the rafters, right? You can just mow down whoever's playing on Hell on the A side. And that Odin might be a scary sight to behold if one of these teams bring it out. Fearless Arcs, though, versus the Spade. Very excited for this matchup. It has such big implications for this Arcus. They want to make it to the top part of their group. In the meantime, for the Spades, it feels like it's a battle of survival. But here we are, and already you can see a Sova being
Ooh,
considered. Fearless
Brimstone.
Arcus, though. Oh, Brimstone. I like it. So
I
when you
like it.
play
I
that
like.
Brimstone on Ascent, lineups galore. MGS Spades though on the attack, Fearless Arcus on the defense. And any other thoughts on these comps here, Swarley?
Plus, I do like the triple smoke on the A main. I think that that extra bit of smoke goes a very, very long way attacking execute. Because if you are Omen, you'll probably just you'll smoke Garden, then you'll do one smoke onto Heaven. But if you're
Yeah.
Brimstone, you can do one smoke Garden, double smoke Haven, or even another smoke, and you can save your other smoke for you can stagger your smokes even after that, or just go double down and that double Haven smoke. There's
Yeah,
so
that's
many
the
more
thing.
ways.
So many possibilities, and here we have it as we are going to be getting into the game. One thing I've noticed though, guys, Fearless Arcus, as he said, Savvy are going to be unavailable, so it'll be the 5 looking to fight in his place. Here we are though, coming into Sense. Fearless Arcus on the defending side. We have the MG Spades on the attack instead. Battle for survival here for this deck of cards, but the Archers trying to pinpoint their way to a top seed yet again and defend that crown. Let's get into the game though. Let's get into the matchup. We'll update that overlay very, very quickly. But looking at these comps, Killjoy, can't go wrong with that on a map like this. I've
Definitely.
seen that Killjoy does get a bit more play over Cypher actually here on Ascent. And do you have any thoughts on that there, Mr. Swarley?
Well, Killjoy has such a good lockdown onto the B side. Sure, you can force them all the way back into the boathouse with the default spawn lockdown, but on A side, it's a lot easier. You force them out of Hell, definitely, and Hell is such a common. Everyone goes to Hell, and that is more true on more maps than in Ascent. I was still picking at the words, but I'm sure.
Wow, Swarley, you're just like burn all the heathens by this point, man. But hopefully our souls will ascend to the heavens instead. Even if these guys like to play a bit of that lurk in hell, but you make a good point there. All jokes aside, that hell angle, if someone drops down in front of you and you see their feet first, right? You can
Mhm.
get that initial shot. They cannot fight back as well as they would like because of how the aim basically works in this game, how the recoil works, and that small little advantage can bring you around when if you're playing that post-plant situation in a side. Thing is though, Mapua University, they have the Brimstone and the Sova, and I'd love to see those lineups against that post-plant situation later on.
Definitely, and I'm sure there's like an average Jonas lineup from Heaven all the way to Hell. Wall bang. I'm sure there's one. He has an angle for everything, so I'm sure there is. And if it were up to me, like if you were a Sova on this map, you'd definitely learn that arrow, like the Heaven to Hell.
I think for pretty much many agents, it's just feel the abilities and learn the game. But when you go to Sova, the first thing you do is not learn to shoot, but you turn on YouTube and you're like, Sova
Yeah.
lineup, map.
That's true.
Sova
Yeah.
lineup, Ascent. And sometimes when I see Sova's just a bit AFK for a little bit, especially if it's more casual games, it's just like, this guy is watching videos right now. He's figuring it out. What bounce, where do I set it up, that kind of thing. And that's what the bow and arrow is all about, guys. Know the
Exactly.
lineups and know your enemy.
Geometry. It's all about
Geom-
geometry.
I hated geometry back in high school. I was more of an algebra guy, but
Oh.
we'll see if these factors can actually work out here as we're just getting ready to get in the game. Hopefully, technical issues are going to be fixed out here for both sides. Thing is, though, I do notice that both teams are playing the Jet and the Reyna, and it does feel like it can be a hard contact playstyle from the duelist pairs right now.
That would be interesting to see. And what I'm more curious about is to see how, especially with how we saw TPM playing that attack with the double sentinel earlier, like they were just going hand in hand. I do wish this Cypher, who is playing the Cypher, TG on his Cypher, will be playing more of that lurking anchor role. That I really think it's such a great direction to go with, especially on attack, because Cypher gets so much information, even on the lurks, even as a lurker, and if you get that mind theft early, you get that hat out of the way, it makes you that much harder to beat in these duels.
That's true, and just get that intel, know exactly where your opponent is, and Mapua University, they're running that Cypher so they can play basically a double intel comp. Cypher on the attack. If you know where to set those cameras, you can peek into angles that you would not want to look at. And that'll be one way to check the corners, check the sights, and check out whatever the DLSU is bringing to this table. And speaking of tables, TG's just hopping on them. But really, that's it, right? You pretend you're playing into the market and you see the push from middle, Mapua University. They can set up a camera, say hello real quick from the pizza area, and just get the tag, get the bag, and get the kill anyway. Besides that, for the Sarkis, they're on a mission here, Swarley. They want that championship yet again. They want to be crowned the kings of University Alliance Cup, and it does feel like that the record is already on it, but a win here will secure them a very, very good position coming into the playoffs next month.
Yeah, definitely the confidence about being top dog. While these players are going to be playing, they're also one of the top dogs in basketball, it seems, because look at that. Look at that. Okay, that one missed. That was terrible, Rico. Come on, you got this. He picked it up midair. Not sure if that's what he wanted to do. But yeah, especially in these round robin style tournaments, I'm sure there's going to be like an upper bracket advantage as well. I haven't checked out the rules for the playoffs just yet. I'm sure there will.
Top seed who goes automatically to the semifinals. So
the bye.
The bye is very interesting. It's it's actually really big, honestly, because making it the semifinals, having that top 4 at minimum, you can feel that confidence emanating. But you I noticed that, Mr. Swarley, you're trying to say something about LaSalle and basketball. Now Homer in you is coming out, good sir. And these guys, at the very least, I like what Rico's doing. He's going for the 360s. He's like, I got this, guys. Let me show you.
Oh, look at that. That was an assist.
Oh,
alley-oop. That was an alley-oop almost, but not quite. But
good teamwork.
Quite a bit
this is how you make teamwork happen. Like, this is the teamwork exercises of Virtus Arcus. Guys.
I didn't pick it up. It was too high. The toss was too low.
Come on. This is the things we end up doing during the
well
said.
That was close.
That was cool. That was pretty cool. Ace of
Gilson alley-oop. Unfortunately, no.
Did you see that hang time from the Jet?
Yeah. Jet will have that innate advantage.
Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair, dude. That's not fair. It's like you're 2 feet higher than everyone else by this point. Anyway, though, this trash can is getting a lot of classics and more, guys. Is that okay? I almost thought they were throwing around the sheriff, and I would actually laugh a little bit if they accidentally throw a gun that they buy off the ledge. Because here in Ascent, you can sacrifice things to the sky gods, and they will say bye-bye forever. And that would be sad if they buy a gun, and then apparently their money's gone. They don't get a refund. It's just goodbye. Goodbye, sheriff. Goodbye.
I remember I was watching like an international game, and then this guy was trying to save his operator. I'm not sure which team, but they were hunting him down, so he went all the way to spawn, and he fired one shot, killed one person. Then he saw more coming, and he just threw his operator off the list, so they couldn't get it away from him.
Oh my god, that's not a bad idea. I think I've also seen a game like that where someone was playing B main and they lost 2 people immediately, and what he did was he waited there. And he started throwing things off the ledge. It's like, goodbye, gun. Goodbye, other gun. Stay safe. Have a good trip. But here we are, finally going to get into the game. Enough about these shenanigans at the start. It's all about the push here from the side of MGS Spades. And already you can see the ace in the hole there, getting a takedown onto 1. Ghost in the meantime, watching out for the door. Raptor's going to be the play here for Virtus Arcus. So Rico, unleashing the shock dart. Line up onto the default, but the double box is where the spike is at. And now MU with the post plant.
Okay, they have numbers advantage definitely after that very, very hopeful, aggressive forward peak by Acer was earlier on the Jet. Like no cover whatsoever against a double peak. You're not gonna stand a chance.
Oh my god, it just really goes to show that it's all about those angles right now. And here we go, Susage looking to be crossing it up. Tan in the meantime on the board as well, and Virtus Arcus and their special is to just manhandle the competition very, very quickly. Immediately Susage on the board, yet again going for more. It's up to Santi now, but apparently, okay, where'd the lineup go actually? I think he was trying something and he gets rid of Kelson, but besides that, that's
it. He was a pixel off, maybe it went off the map or something, because that happens. Brimstone's Molly has such a high hang time as well. It gets quite confusing. Plus, it has that double bounce that can be tricky as well if you don't really make that the perfect lineup ready.
Yeah, that's really much it. And you gotta study that. Maybe he has to turn on the video again. Like I said,
That's
guys,
true. Yeah.
the post plant situations. If you really are gonna be playing a post plant based comp, you have to know how to hit them. You have to know how to position yourself. And right now, Acer's gonna be
Oh, there
positioning
we go.
himself in the front line. He does lose his teammate though along the way, but he picks up that Spectre. But never mind, Santi and Sirius finding the kills anyway. Is this a force buy right now from the Spades? Feels like it. Ricardo zoning out CG, saying, no, 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 you're not going this way. But the damage has been done, and the Spades, they have a man advantage now here, Swarly.
They do, and that was the shot that's used as well by Rico. So it's gonna make that retake all the more harder. PG still, oh, look how safe PG was. He set up a cyber cage just to cross from the courtyard, and I was like, that is so safe. Like I really see that much caution in this game.
Go wrong with it. Better safe than sorry, but right now you're gonna be sorry that you walk into Guelson's lineup. That's 3 in a row for the Killjoy, and it's now 2-0 in favor of Virtus Arcus.
I was like praising them for the caution, and then just like that, they threw it out of the air. Like, when they were crossing to B main, like there's that angle where they can see you from courtyard, and they smoke that. And I was like, oh, that was impressive, such caution. And then after that, they just ran straight into the lanes without even checking angles. Like, okay.
I mean, come on. That was just Guelson bringing in the basketball lessons he had from the trash.
Oh,
can.
yeah, that's true.
He went for the crossover. He's like, I'm here now. Suddenly, Guelson
dance.
is ready. The dance and the dance of death just happening there, Swarly. What a play for Virtus Arcus. And even without Savvy, this team has been impressive. That's really the thing. They don't need to rely on some of the foundations of the past anymore. They know that this roster is gearing up for another deep run, maybe another championship even, and they're looking to prove it right now. Can they do it though?
See Tan bringing in the old love for that stinger. Will it repay him with a kill in this one? Because it's not the gun that it used to be, definitely. Oh, he gets that one! He gets the one! And that's value already for the stinger pushing forward into the garden. Ghost is gonna close the door down, but the judge, oh! The blind fire with the judge, not the most ideal scenario. But revealing
You're just
his area.
exposed.
Yeah.
The tracer rounds there. Ghost in the meantime, he had the Spectre, so that basically means it's a silence gun. Being sneaky. Santi, though, beautiful Sheriff Tab. And Ghost now with the quad to wrap it up. Full University, they will take one on the board. Third round turnaround for them. But LaSalle, it's time now to see what they can unleash. They should have mostly rifles now into play. And yeah, that's for the call, but oh, look at this. Swarly, look. The Spades, they also have rifles now. This is going to be a very do or die round.
Very, very interesting round to see how this one will go. Susage will be playing with that Spectre. Fortunately, no shotgun shenanigans anymore in this one. Because they didn't work out the last time. Very hopeful with the judges. See, Ghost gonna make the entry here. The one-way smoke will come in, make it harder for the arena to get control by Wine.
Ooh, Rico. What are we looking at here? The courtyard's pretty, but won't be prettier if you can get that takedown. Benito know that someone's by top mid, and I think he actually has an inkling now that there's also a play here from the Spade Squadron that B site might be ripe for the taking. Lurk though from the Cypher as well as the Jets. Rotations are abound, and Mapua University, they know they have a choice, and they're taking it over to B side.
And they still have lots of time to work with. This is, when you still really, feel out the hand given to you by the game. The orb will be taken. So that's the, we're here, guys. We're here. But it's okay. It's a cypher. Ooh, with the wall bang on to Susage. Unfortunately, it's not Holy Week yet, so you're not going to be reviving anytime soon.
So sad. Yeah, Jet reviving, but it's not gonna happen. Can't get that resurrection out. Only Bladestorm will be available soon here for Acer's. Thing is, though, Mapua University, they're on site and ready to prowl. Spike is planted. Guelson alongside Acer's looking to play by the defense spawn. Here we go, though, with the Sova breaking down that wall. And that's the thing, right? Breaking down that door, rather. But it seems like there's a bit of lurk here. And TG takes advantage, gets that takedown. Lockdown now into play. And that extra intel there. Santi finds the target. All eyes on Acer to try and hold, not gonna work whatsoever. And Mapua University, they're bringing it back and getting another round.
And whenever I see this lurking cipher, I can't just help but smile. Because it's just so good, and finally they're getting the momentum that they want. Santi playing well as well, and whenever you have a Brimstone that gets the frags round in, round out, you're gonna have that orbital strike more often, and that is such a big deal. I believe, like, it instantly clears the site for you, or maybe even for the defense. But that the hard rushes with the orbital strike, it's just so easy when you have it available.
Yeah, and just goes to show, right, when you have those tools of destruction, then you can destroy the opposition very, very quickly, like TG does. He gets to immediately. The Cypher says
Oh,
peekaboo from the hut there, and the Neural Theft now even better. Mapu University, they know exactly where this Arcus is stationed, and they can play around the map the way they like just because of that.
ooh, a nice cyber cage to buy time while the door is closing. And this one, it's gonna spot them out here. The rotation's coming in from spawn. Usage will be shot down to 11 HP. Not gonna clip him in that scenario, but the plant is gonna be clean and easy for Mapua. Both of them, all three members of LaSalle are gonna be pushing in from Pizza. But looks like they're gonna go the long way around. It seems, yeah, no, they're all three.
Oh, thing is though, Virtus Arcus, they're coming from the market and they're looking to play it out as quickly as can be. But as I say, that's alright, 2 down. The jumping shot from Acer Buff does not work whatsoever. And Mapua University, they're on the board here. Yet again, they take the lead away from Virtus Arcus. And is today going to be the day of upsets, Warley? Because this is looking very good for MU. They're taking so much momentum away from Virtus Arcus.
Maybe too early to call for that, but this round will definitely be a tell because this is gonna be the full buy for LaSalle after that eco. And Mapua, they are definitely hungry for that win here. And Kumaleo and company, they seem to have been ready for LaSalle and taking full advantage of the fact that Javi is not on.
Yeah, that's just how it is sometimes. But Virtus Arcos, they can't rely on a single person. We've seen that a while ago from the Gearhawks, right, in that matchup. That it's just more of a team effort showing on to bear fruits. And for Virtus Arcos, they'd like to do the same thing coming into this
Ooh,
match. I
nicely
like that from
done.
Acervus. Respectable. Cloud Burst to prevent the scan from getting any kind of intel. The Spade Zone, in the meantime, back over to B side. Can Wilson hold the line and surprise the opposition? Yes, he does already. That's Sirius going down. He's looking for another one. Hunter Fury is coming. In the face of that, he still gets rid of the Cypher anyway. So it's 4v3 as Mapua will try to plant this spike down.
So gonna be okay. I like how split up they are. Omen coming in from B main, one from Market, and the other from Spawn.
Spike
Big
planted.
storm though.
Kick things off. They're ready. Actually, not ready at all because Ghost takes him out.
He tried to kick it off, but he's the one kicked off that Legend stand. Susage though finding 2, and here comes Stan also finding another one. Even though we saw Ghost try to play the hero, instead it will be Mapu University looking to be quite the zero in this round. And as you mentioned, it is a bit too early to tell because this Arca squadron, they have come on back. They've shaken off a little bit of the streak from the other side. They got back their momentum, and now not only do they have the guns here, Swarley, but look, the operator is making some noise perhaps for this round.
Let's see if Jet will still try to go for that A peak here. No, okay, he's moved on over. He's gonna be picking over to the mid area now. That's gonna be the first time that they're gonna show this one. I'm not sure if they've been peeking from this angle a while ago, but this should be a nice freebie, ideally for DLSU with that surprise op.
Here we go. Here we go. And no,
Oh, missed.
idealism is not gonna work out in this day and age, Mr. Swarley. I'm sorry. It's a little on the negative side, but it just goes to show, right? You have to hit those free shots, or else you're gonna expose that intel. And now, the fact that Space knows that there's an operator in the middle, they're gonna be playing into the lanes instead. It's all about A main, it's all about B main right now. A bit of a challenge, though, apparently. I challenge you to this showdown.
Ooh.
And can they actually overrun Acer? But that's the question. Who will peak first? The solo could have been a Colat, but Kumilio only gonna die. It's Santi with the refrag. 4v4 now, and the op is gone for this round as of yet.
Oh wait. Oh, he still got damaged because of the person bang. The person bang. It was just reduced.
The
See,
Colat.
yeah.
Oh, he's limping. He's
Yeah,
limping, but
He's limping. No
Yeah.
heals whatsoever. So can't be
Painful.
topped off.
Bit of advantage now for the Virtus Arca squad, though, just because of that extra chip against the Brimstone. But they're still stacking onto A main. They
30
want to go for the push.
seconds left.
Susich will try to hold Sirius though on the board. Susich finds two, and TG with the refrag to make it 2v2. Odds though still in favor of LaSalle right now. They get a beautiful scan onto the oncoming attack. And even though we get the Cyber Cage into play, they still have to set things up. Sunty with the door being closed. Here we go right now with the Brimstone getting on the board. Guelson though finding a target. He's looking for another one. Drops down. Can he see it coming?
Ooh. You should have heard that though. You should have heard that drop down, and it was a very hopeful orbital strike afterwards. Wants to go gun shopping, I thought. No, he already has a good enough gun. Will he look for the operator? Yeah, he'll get the operator.
Go get the op. Good job, Guelson. No die value. No die value. And he knows to get it. We just watch him right now. He knows we're at the mercy of his camera angle by this point.
Yeah. And there we go. Even brought out the lockdown. You know, I'm threatening everyone. I got the lockdown ready. Are you ready for the next round? That's what he's saying. Gets the operator back.
Yeah, get ready for the next battle here, ladies and gentlemen, because it's 4-3, and Virtus Arcas has taken back that lead. You guys are tuning on in to the second game of the days of matches. You know, University Alliance Cup, the regular season is coming to a close, but of course, these games are as hot as can be. Very excited to be casting alongside Swarley right now. We still got more games to come, so just keep tuning on in here at AcadArena PH or on the Filipino stream on Facebook. But in this case now, Virtus Arcas looking to command this game a little bit more. Aldrone did actually get a spot onto Tan. I think it saw the Reina at the very end of its life. And immediately Camilio, he backs on away. Doesn't want to overcommit for so far.
The lurk from mid though. I want to see what will become of this jet. Okay. Both jets might see each other here. Okay, he's gonna hide at the last moment. So doesn't want to do an aggressive pick because he knows there's still an operator in play. He gets the damage, gets the views as well, but Susage will be able to get away. Reina gets taken down though. Reina from LaSalle, that is Tan.
Beautiful pick off now from Hua. Very helpful, but Acer Plus, sure shot that he is. Apparently, the first shot he did last round was the warm-up, and now he's heating on up to get more takedowns. Here comes Ghosto, standing a good chance against Susage there. Spike though being planted, and the Spades, they're setting up for this 8-take. But Virtus Arcas, as you mentioned a while ago, Lockdown is ready for action.
I like that you can't do the wall lockdowns anymore, so find the way to put it into the crate. And LaSalle 2-on-3 operator still in hand, still gonna be a very winnable situation for them. Still time to work with. And Rico takes out that one, but the trade will be true for Mapua. As you know, Zone is lurking by Garden. But they can just play time. He has to tap into this. Doesn't even tap it.
What's the plan here, Acervus? Can he do it? A little bit of the cheeky angle there, but oh, the Cypher walks into that one. Now do we have Ghost popping the Empress even just to secure the round? And that's going to be that 4 in a row for the Reina. Mapua University making it a 4-4 scoreline as well. And this match refusing to budge here whatsoever, Swarley. All tied up.
Just the 3 straight rounds earlier from Mapua, but nicely done a while ago by Ghost into the crouch, knowing that, you know, being a pro player, you'll always be at that head level. And whenever you choose the cheeky way and growing into a crouch peak, it's always gonna get them that little bit of early, you know, that extra bit of reaction time for yourself. Get that advantage in the firefight. It worked.
Yeah.
Because the classic from a service was ready at head level with the right click, and that could easily have been a kill.
That's how it is sometimes, and it's all about speed, and every little inch, every little millisecond counts, and TG making that count with the kill onto Acerfus. But as I say that, there's the aggression here from Guelson. Doesn't work out against Sirius though, as LaSalle is playing the eco right now. But Pua, all they need to do, let that spike down, hold the line, and just defend with the rifles in hand.
Okay. Using up all the utility from the Brimstone. They want no mistakes, triple smokes, Molly as well to make sure no one will cross over. Sova gets that kill on the lurk. Oh, so much econ damage. Even if LaSalle lose out this one, that is a happy round for them, taking out 3 rifles.
Yeah, it's
That
big.
is all good.
And he even has a rifle now, Rico does. He's ready to fight, and he's seeing Sunty right behind that wall. Goes for the push. Recon Vault trying to say hello with that single bounce. Doesn't get any intel whatsoever. Santi now holding by the arcway. Does he get that spray down into the takedown? Yes, he does. Mapua, of course, win it out yet again. Thing is, though, you mentioned it before, LaSalle getting some good eco damage done, especially how they controlled B main there.
Nothing. And back into our rifle as servos will go. Okay, it's gonna be full die for both sides. Just the light armor on the operator, but it's quite alright. Getting the light armor in that gun, one shot anyways.
One shot, one kill against someone else, but if you miss your shot and you don't have that tailwind, you're basically dead. So why bother, right, with that full armor in the
True.
first place?
600 creds.
600
Goes a long way.
creds. Yeah, it'll get you a meal or two probably if there were actually any deals in Valorant. But then again, the thing is, Vapua right now, they're playing a bit of a 3-2 stack again. They love to play this out, so they have the choice to go with the B side, punish anyone who decides to push into the middle, as well as through B itself. And in this case now, Acerfus, he's trying to defend against this B take, as Vapua is already rotating pretty quickly to go for mid control.
Ooh. So more than a minute to work with. No mid control yet for either side. Mid control so important on this map. Once you get that opening, there's just so many options for you to go. Market garden, B main even going all the way back. Still waiting for that first blood though. Smoke will probably dissipate very, very shortly. There we go. Gonna be staggered. Not perfectly timed, but a stagger nonetheless.
It's gone, and now Susage, he's trying to take these sights away from the attacking side. Ghosto already playing the entry paranoia, perfect time. And can Susage see a target? Yes, he does. He gets to the transfer is real. And Vir the Sarkas, they keep
30
nature
seconds
together
left.
with that hold on the left side. Mapua now at a disadvantage, and the operator, Acerfus, he actually leaves, giving Camilio the opportunity to play the darts.
Smoke is gonna come in. That was a blind fire from Haven. Will be taken out though.
Spike down A.
And that was a flawless victory. Very, very well done by LaSalle as they even things up on round 10.
That
This
paranoia, though.
paranoia, perfection.
The timing was just absolutely on point. And you can see the blind into the transfer. He controls it enough, a bit of that overflick, but eventually, especially with the help of our amazing partner, Kovac 2.0, it's just so solid there. He's been doing the exercises, guys. He's been
I
doing
know.
it.
It goes a long way, putting in the time, and 4 keys to be given away later. So make sure you guys just share the stream with whichever hashtag team you're supporting. Hashtag ADMU win, hashtag DLSU win, anything goes.
Yeah, and I think it's hashtag MGS win right now for the Mapua side. Unfortunately, I don't memorize the hashtags. I know they're a little bit different from each other, but you can see now that this is a very, very big stack that is looking to push onto B side. It's all up to Tan to hold the line. Everyone else will have to rotate appropriately if ever. And that is going to be the Lear in to play. Push though comes onto a shove and immediately Camilio on the board. The Sova even playing entry by this point just to increase the aggression now for the Spades. Acerfus though on the high ground. It's going to be another kill on the board here for Sirius this time. And MU just keeping it up, getting a bit more of the advantage. Spike though is planted here, Swarly.
Right? Ooh, the dance will be won by Rico. Orbital Strike gonna push out the spawn defense here. And he'll get the one. Will he get more? No, sir. As the operator will be taken out of the hands of LaSalle yet again. But Mapua really showing their potential in this game. Most of their games at the UAC have been like this, They've been in striking distance, but in the end, they just run out of gas. So hopefully this time, they managed to stay strong against a team of veterans like LaSalle.
It's
It's
pretty much a
definitely
big point,
easier
right?
said than done.
Exactly, because endurance is such an important part of being a professional player, and if you can't endure a best of one consistently, what hope do you have with best of threes and all the like? So you just gotta keep it up, get that tempo on. And speaking of the tempo, it might be Tan trying to go for the beat of his own drum as he takes down Ghost there immediately. Empress has been popped, Susage looking to help on out. 4v4 though, as it does seem like LaSalle has lost the jet along the way. Guelson breaking that tripwire down, but cool Mapua squadron. They're trying to play at the A site, but to no avail as we get it yet again. The Omen holding it out and Susage with the kill.
This info, okay, nice prediction. That was very, very close to a proper wall bang. Doesn't get clipped though. That was very close. Good effort. Numbers advantage now with LaSalle here. Gonna be a hard to take on to B for Mapua. Santi, finally getting more utility out of that brimstone, getting that stem beacon.
Just
15% firing rate. Not too shabby, especially under rushes.
yeah, it's okay. Like I'll be honest, the brimstone. I feel like it'll be a lot more popular if we had another ability besides stem beacon.
Instead of
Because
stem beacon.
yeah, it's just, Paul is
Like
so
what?
good.
What would you want?
I
30
don't know.
seconds
That's a
left.
good question. Maybe he can throw his hat also like Cypher, and what it does is it also it does apply to it's his own paranoia, but he uses the beret instead. But right now, we're not gonna be berating anyone because Sirius with a beautiful entry there, getting the kill, dashing on in, confirming that B site is right for the taking. But the Hunter's Fury is across the map right now, and this is just gonna be LaSalle trying to go for a few
Whoa.
pokes and prods. Retake now is a go. Aldrone gonna be the play though for the spades.
Arrow gonna come in. Okay, the wall bang into the boxes perfectly forces him out, but the trade will be there for Santi as he backs off in the
Player
boathouse.
standing.
One on
enemy
one, but the kunaives strike through for Sirius as Mapua get the 2-point
Switching
advantage
sides.
going into the half.
Great ending there from Apua, and it just goes to show when they can feel as confident as that in their pushes, then it's such a good sign for them overall. We just saw Sirius looking absolutely serious there. Why so serious? Because he needs to for his team, and just the way he played the entry, kept calm, kept cool, and it does feel like you have to keep calm in those situations, Warley. Even
Definitely.
if there's no one there on site, you still have to anticipate that someone's there. You still have to expect that you have to go for the shots, and that little bit of confidence on your duelist goes a long way for these games.
Definitely, especially in the long haul, and every time you get kills on that jet, it's always gonna be a feel good, especially with your ultimate. Because you really have to strike through. No wall bang whatsoever on those knives.
Just look for that CTS moment, right? Clip that stuff. And this time, though, Ghost playing in hell as Bapu University. They're once on the defensive this time. LaSalle, they have a good composition. Geared up for the attack. And Acer was accelerating on top of Generator. But that forward angle punished right now by Sirius, who gets two. Susage fighting back. Can he get a little bit more? Virtus Arc is getting on the board there when it gets a set of kills. It's 3v2. Santi quite low. The shock dart
9
almost
HP.
connects. 9 HP, so scary there for Santi.
One enemy remaining.
And Sova still has some utility to work with, but still can't win out against the Killjoy. Finally does. Gonna radar arrow forward, raided dart. But the reload, do they hear it? They don't punish it.
The
Still
recon is
buying time here.
oh,
Ooh,
no.
the right click, just a couple of just a pixel off, just wide.
Just a little bit off. It just was a pretty decent recon, all things considered. It got rid of some of those more advanced sightlines there from the side of the post-plant situation. But then again, when you double peek from the boxes as well as hell just like that, then that 2 versus 1 makes it oh so easy to get the win in the clash. So LaSalle, they are on the board this time off to a good start, and they need this because they want to tie things up and make it an even hotter competition than before. What will Mapu University do? They're playing the full eco right now, and more than likely they might just keel over and die this round, but then again, they might surprise us with this close range hold.
Ooh, Reina just gets shot through the smoke with the classic. Tracers will definitely show, and Tan takes out the Cypher as well, disabling all of his utility. As well, up back forward, gonna miss Santi. Tan won't miss though, and now 2 on 5. The best you could hope for is an exit frag, especially with an exit frag, especially with the shorty on your hand.
Just kill someone, that's pretty much it. And we'll see if they can do it as Susage gets rid of that small range that Camellia had in the first place.
Okay,
And
they're
it's now
pushing.
all up to Sirius. Shorty though, looking for the surprise, but
doesn't
no,
even
no,
get the
no.
one.
A little
Doesn't
too
even
early.
get the one.
That,
They knew he was
first shot.
there.
That first shot was a little too early, I'd say. But then again, an attempt was made, but now the attempt has failed. But here we are. The real test for De La Salle is upon us as Mapua University gonna get their full buys into play. It's 7-7 though. Scoreline is all tied up, and this is gonna be a big turning point coming into this game, Swarley. Even if Mapua University wins this round, it still has to be them keeping on the line, or La Salle, they can snowball out of control with an eco now and try to play it out with guns later on.
It's all about econ management really at this point. It's gonna be a B push. It seems actually it's gonna be a split. It's gonna be a split. No one down the middle though. So they're gonna feel out the time. They know they will have the gun disadvantage surely. So they want to play this one slow. Try to find those close angles that would be beneficial to their submachine guns.
That's true. And you just want to keep things alive as much as possible. If you can break those sight lines from those mid-range combats and just run and gun your way to victory, especially on site, so many different angles you can hold. And it's very early on into the game that no one really has an ultimate as of yet. Thing is, Golson now zoning out the shed, make sure no one is there. One thing I've noticed now for Virtus Arcus also is the spike is by the middle, so they're not fully committed to going for the B side. They're making some noise, but they still want the choice anyway if need be.
Still a market hit. It seems smokes are down. All of them are running all the way. But they're more than ready with that one as it was taken out as well. Still, numbers advantage definitely in way of Mapua. So I'll do get the plant in the end. A bit more gold, more credits going in their way.
Yeah, just add a little bit more to the station. A bit of allowance. It's gonna be a happy day here for Virtus Arcus, but the sadness might be upon us as here we go with Mapua University looking to pounce with the guns that they have. Santi gets to, and a very good round here from Mapua University. The Spades, they keep 4 members alive, they keep the rifles into play, and now it's LaSalle's chance to strike back, but it isn't as advantageous as they would like.
Definitely, Mapua will have some, some leeway. They will have some backup investment stored in their pockets. And Santi, 2 charges away from getting that orbital strike as well. Such a big deal. The ultimate management as well. Making sure you give it to whoever you need at the particular time. Kind of like how it is usually with the Phoenixes in play, just always going for that ultimate orb control.
That's the thing, Rod, right? Santi, he's trying to play that orb control, get that ultimate as quickly as possible. But it's also assisted by the fact that he has just so many kills right now for the Spades. And he's top fragging for the team. Great pickup here from Santi. And we'll see if we can keep it up. But this is now Virtus Arcus looking to play onto both A main as well as B. A bit of mid right now. And picks gonna be the call here for Virtus Arcus. Can they play for picks? Can they get those takedowns? Acervus, he's on the hunt. He's
so many here in Garden. Will you be ready for that?
That's 2 people watching and waiting for you, man. That's not the best sign here for Acervus if he does decide to push for it. But apparently he's got some teamwork there, making the dream happen. And that heavy stack onto the Cubby allows Acervus to get rid of Santi immediately. On the other side, though, we have the Blade Storm getting the target and getting that kill. We have the wall bang action, forcing the Sova to back on the way. Spike though planted, and LaSalle, they're trying to figure out how to play things out. But there's a lot of control right now, a lot of space being created here by Virtus Arcus, as Mapua rather, who's the one trying to play the retake, moving to look into the Cubby and watch door also.
And health advantage all the way in LaSalle as well because of that wall bang that we kept talking about earlier. Finally, showing up here in full force here. Here is gonna come out, swing from the Cypher. Not gonna work out too well for him, but Fate is gonna be there. Running out of time is Mapua, and who needs time if they're all dead?
Who needs time indeed? Virtus Arcus just in time there to get the shots anyway. Got a beautiful plant immediately early on into the round, and then that was just that. And when they stationed themselves, it really felt like it was the coming storm onto the Cubby. And unfortunately for the Spades, they didn't reinforce the way that they would like. They lost one immediately. They got overrun there. And as soon as that station was cleared, it was a plant to remember for Virtus Arcus. So it's 8-8. This game refusing to budge whatsoever. It's all about picks right now at the very start of these rounds. I've noticed from the attacking side. But when they decide to come together as one, that's really when the full force of Virtus Arcus is unleashed. And now the lockdown gonna make it even easier for the Archers.
Definitely. They're just gonna wink it out a bit, buy more time for them to push. Okay. Finally gonna push forward. Here is gonna come in. But they are the ones that are gonna be spotted out through the smoke. Acervus is gonna close the door. The spike is gonna be planted. Ultimate is available for Rico as well. So Hunter's Fury gonna be a big part of this defense.
Here we have it. Hunter's Fury unleashed by the side of Virtus Arcs, I believe. That's happening. The members of the LaSalle Squadron getting torn apart by the seams, and here we go. Orbital Strike from Sun-T, making that site even smaller for the post-plant defenders. And now it will just be Mapu University making it happen, taking it around. The full defense wins it out anyway. Virtus Arcs now on the back foot again, and just round after round, we're getting different winners here, Swarley.
It is definitely blow for blow match today, and we saw how much LaSalle committed in that a set piece. Like they used up the paranoia right away. No one was speaking, and they get the lockdown out. But as they were pushing through the smoke, just that angle familiarity from Mapua to fire into the smoke. Sure, you may not get the kill most of the time, but if you soften them up through that smoke, that's still gonna be a win in the long run.
And that's the thing about the smoke. It doesn't protect you from bullets, and it doesn't protect you from blades, because Acerfus, he's back on the mission, and LaSalle is trying to go for the entries indeed. A-side right for the taking. Not only that, they also pop the Empress, so it does feel like for the because they're not playing anymore. The first part to connect, but it seems like TG and Ghost have other plans to make it 3 versus 3. Tando waiting patiently, sees the white hat, and gets that takedown. Spike is planted though for the Sarkas. They're looking to deal with the Empress here, and goodbye and good riddance to Ghost. Wilson with the frenzy. It's all up to Camilio now.
That was a very hopeful Empress right there. Like, I'm not sure what he wanted to do. Like, he had no information. Sure, he knew someone was there, but he didn't really have the best of guns. And, the clutch potential of the Reina, because of that nerf, not as high as it was before. But, wasting an Empress like that is not the way to go, especially in a close game like this.
Just all about getting in the face of opposition and absolute bravery there for Virtus Arcus, but the momentum was theirs from the very start as soon as the heavens have unleashed a new angel, and that was the Jets of Acervus. The Blade Storm getting such value there out of nowhere, and this is now Virtus Arcus taking command of the economy, taking command with the gun advantage, and they're trying to go again for A. How will Mpua respond?
Clip someone, Kumaleo is still playing with that Hunter's Fury available. So if they do decide to plant default, it can easily be cancelled by that Sova. Santi gets the one, but they shoot him through the smoke once again. Sure, it's called dark cover, but it doesn't cover you from anything, really.
More of like a shroud, right? So it's a blanket on top of you, and we all know the blanket's tricky. Not the best blanket there, but Susage, he does get the best out of that matchup, and even Acer was on the board. This lockdown now, big zone to fend off the spades, and LaSalle, they're set up yet again. Serious though with the Blade Storm, Acer was now with the refrag. All eyes on Ghost. He's looking for a bit of vengeance, and he lines it up to get that takedown. Orb just gonna be in the way right now. Not gonna be using this bar. It's all about the dismiss, and I don't agree with that. He's just squirming. No,
he canceled it, right? He canceled it early, and
I think it just ended also. But the thing is, he was literally in the middle of the arcway, and Harper not found. Unfortunate. Beautiful tap though. I'll give him that. But this is now Virtus Arcus getting the lead again.
Yeah, this definitely, if LaSalle get this, it could be another couple of points swing in their favor. So despite it being a 9-10, I would like to say that Mapua definitely need to win this one. This round, especially with both teams bringing out the rifles.
Yeah, it's a big thing here because the rounds are running out too early, and if we see Virtus Arcus take this one, they can force themselves onto match point, and then it gets even more pressurizing for the Spades. Anyway, though, here we have it yet again. TG in the meantime, and be keeping an eye out from the market. Virtus Arcus, though, what is going to be the call for them? Holding together, looking to play a bit of that mid control.
Catwalk.
Yes, patience. A lot of patience right now from Virtus Arcus, actually.
They don't really have to force the issue right now. He didn't really. Okay, as the Reina was going back, he didn't really cover it, but Hunter's Fury gonna fly in. Jet gonna dash on to his doom there. And the trades will favor no one, as it's gonna be dead even actually. It's gonna favor LaSalle just a bit. Mapua, can they do this? It is gonna be a hard rotate to B after that Killjoy pick. And they know they can just wait on by spawn. And Kumaleo just has the owl drone. It's gonna be a lot harder to make something happen. Shot darts are so important in these retakes.
Yeah, you want electricity there. You want to pay your bills
That's
and make sure make sure that you can actually cast games like this, guys. But the thing is, we did see of University just basically yoink this round away a little bit from Virtus Arcus. It isn't the cleanest right now that LaSalle would like, and the Spades, they're always putting up a fight. They're always keeping it up, and these rounds have been going on and on and on just because the fighting spirit of the Spades is unmatched right now in this game. But Virtus Arcus, you can call them the stall gods from time to time. These guys love to play it slow as well, and they are going to be looking to hold the line yet again. Guelson, right place, right time, opportunities being created here with pinpoint precision, and Virtus Arcus now, they're 2 ahead of the competition. They're 2 away from winning this game.
And it's gonna be a force buy for Mapua this time. It's gonna be somewhat light armor as well. So, they'll have their rifles, just not the full utility that you would want in a game as close as this one.
Just
Okay,
feels like
Camileo just has the Spectre.
it just feels like the momentum has been shifting time and time again between these two teams, Farley. But with one team pulling ahead at the tail end of things, it does feel like there's more pressure now onto space, and you can see that they're trying to make a play here, and it still ends up in the favor of Virtus Arcus so far. Wilson with that final punish onto Camilio. There we have the Brimstone Molly also getting in the way, and just with that small little zone of safety now for the side of LaSalle, it's a lockdown into play, and Ghost is going to push instead. But that opportunity for Ghost has been created. The push is good, but unfortunately, it's Rico getting the refrag anyway. 2v2, though, the damage has been done by the Reyna, the Spades. They have a fighting chance, but they have to fight against Acerfus, who wants to take command, but the Stim Beacon finally getting value. It's all up to Rico now.
They drop down. No, oh! That double take couldn't really do anything about it. They knew they really just had to push. They didn't want to give him chance to use that Hunter's Fury if he got to reposition himself. And I like the call from Mapua.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Mapua University, they made the push happen. And the first time it was kind of shaky, right? It's just like, okay, you gotta get caught out there. But Ghost, he witnessed the sacrifice of his teammates. He was like, the berserker spirit was in him. Braveheart in hand, went for the push. He got to shut down the lockdown, or at least pressured it enough, right? And from that point on, it's just Mapua University. They had that high ground. They got a really good angle against Acerfus, and they clean it up together as 2. So Mapua University still is fight double digits now for both teams. And here we are again. A-Main has been one of the biggest battlefields right now. Sirius able to back on the way to the wine cellar, but Tan with a catch on to Ghost, and this just might be saving Private Sirius. Can they make it happen? Cloudburst gonna be in the way. Tando does go down, and apparently the Orbital Strike is the answer by Mapua University. The Spades cover fire from the sky, and it's 4v4 here, Swarley.
And they like this. They are gonna funnel them on to the B side, and that's where the Cypher is. He's gonna be able to slow them down. You burn the tailwind of the jet as well. So he's not gonna be that confident creating the space for his team.
Big implications right now. The speed of which will be getting this jet to dash on forward. Gonna get cut in half, basically, as you mentioned. And now TG keeping an eye out, making sure that there's no one playing out to the boathouse, and gonna be setting up the camera there anyway. But now, Virtus Arcus, they've already taken command of the initial parts of B side. Acerfus with the catch there on the Santi. Here goes Camilio on the board. And the spike now gonna get exposed. TG on the board also. And it's 2v3. Guelson taking it back, rotating already. Virtus Arcus, they know that their chances to make it to the other side might be slim, but then again, it's Killjoy going for the marathon here, Swarley. Look at him run. Look at him run. Oh my god.
He is gonna be checked cleanly by Kumaleo, one of the veterans of Mapua. Definitely the plan is gonna be begun. The wall bang begins. Gilson holding on to heaven. Gonna not even gonna get Gilson in return, because after a fresh plant spike like that, a spike plant like that, it's just gonna be so easy for you to play around it. Especially on a site like A, how many safe spots are there to plant, especially if you are in a rush?
Yeah, that's the thing here. Make a wish, Warley, because it's 11-11 coming into this game. Spades refusing to lose, refusing to go to a 1-4 standing, and trying to take down Virtus Arcus as much as they can. In the meantime, for Virtus Arcus, they want to get to that 4-1 record. They want to be at the very least at the top of the brackets and try to make it to the playoffs from the semifinals at the get-go. So we'll see which team can outclass the other. Camellia, though, he hasn't really had the best game so far, but then again, he's been stepping it up in the past few rounds, clutching it
Definitely.
out, finding some kills, surviving to go for some more darts. And if Balboa University can get that extra intel, it will go a long way for this team.
And if there is a time to shine for Ghost after that Berserker moment earlier, it's gonna be this one. A very important point. Has Empress available? Still a very slow push here. B main all stack by LaSalle.
He's breaking that dart, and oh, the paranoia! It connects, and Acerfus gonna go down immediately there. Seems like it is gonna be Susage, have to be a bit more careful than that. And now he's gonna pay the price for the immediate karmic retribution as TG has swung over to the Speedway instead. Spike now planted though. It's 5v3. Rico unleashing the darts. Here we go with the camera being played, and Ghost has unleashed a little bit more with the kill there onto Guelson. Emsisto has been popped from the other side, and here we go with another takedown. Can we get the Tan to make this work? It's not gonna pan out whatsoever. But Pua University, that was so squeaky clean, and they're the ones on match point this time, Swarley.
Ooh. And that was, LaSalle, I'm not sure how much money they'd have. They haven't been in a lose streak, so I don't think they'll easily be able to buy into the rifles as they like. And LaSalle, this could just be a hard push if they really want to force it. The problem is B is always going to be anchored by that Cypher, and if you really want a hard push against the Cypher, you need to burn Tailwind right away. And that's such a big deal for someone like Acerfus, who is really dependent upon by his team to create the space when they go for these executes. And yeah, definitely not gonna force the B side. Definitely step in the right direction for the side.
It's gonna be difficult to risk it all to play against the Cypher. Sure, you can brute force your way with a Tailwind as you mentioned, but what if you're not the one who triggers it? What if it's someone else and it's a free kill there for the ever so rotating Cypher? We just saw it in the last round, how much maneuverability he got from moving lane to lane. For the Sarkis though, moving over to A side, can they actually get the kill onto Santi, who's holding the line and trying to watch out for the Cubby? Smoke is gonna be there. Acerfus push with 4. There's a lot of members right now for the Sarkis. The Cloudbursts are going to be there as well. And Santi, can he see one coming? Yes, he does. Wilson, though, does get the refrag, and it's 4v4 now, but someone's waiting onto the side. That is going to be Ghost. He still has the Empress available. Can he actually make it work? Tan now with a takedown. And here comes Sirius. He backs on the way. Wallbang headshot, though, against Tan. Here we go now with a bit of that penetration down below. The attacking Killjoy, though, putting that lockdown. But Bubble University, they clean up house. All they need to do now is just not get hit by the detain, and they have won this game. But Pua University, they stay strong, they stay proud, and they are going to be the ace of this game, as this is now the deck of cards piling in their favor. 13-11, the score to end it up.
Is this gonna be the day of failed predictions? Because I am pretty sure no one on our side voted for Mapua to win this one. It was all green all the way. But we end up seeing red.
I felt it already from the start of this game. The Spades, many expected them to just keel over and lose to Virtus Arcus, but no. They stayed alive, they fought back, and it was just such a concerted team effort there, time and time again. You could really see how they maneuvered themselves, especially on that defense. I love how the retakes were played out. I love how the Cypher was holding time and time again. And that was really the last push they needed to win it out. It looked dicey for them because Virtus Arcus got a good lead by a few rounds in on the second half. Yeah, exactly. But then you look at the last part, everyone showing up. The Spades realizes that this is the safest chance for them to stay in Division A. And from that point on, it was such a team effort to stay alive. Camellia stepping it up at the very end. You could see that even the Bond Frag can become at the top of his class, really a veteran, as you mentioned. And the Spades, they were a powerhouse before, and they still have those sparks in them after this game.
That will be, questions will be asked for LaSalle, definitely. Like, are they really that much vulnerable with Javi? They really rely on his entry that much. He does play Jet, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Jet Javi does play Jet. Sure, Acer he had his moments, but he was also unsure at times. And sometimes the moment you second guess yourself as a Jet player, that's the moment you get shot down. Because Jet is always about that impulse plays. That's what makes the RBs and the baby base great, I believe.
Oh, that's so true. Like, have you seen Jets who are just absolutely crazy with their shots? How quick they move, how fast their eyes dart. It just feels like there's that killer
Definitely.
instinct that has been unleashed. But Fearless Arcus, as you mentioned, the defending champions, they still need to look at the mirror and tell themselves that we are the champions, guys. We can make this work. And it felt like it was there in this game, but not as much as we would like. They still need a little more of that push, a little bit more of that confidence, and I can still see the foundation of this team being very strong if they make it to the playoffs. But then again, MG Spades, they've thrown a wrench in those fans, and this is gonna be
Very
very,
well
very
deserved.
interesting
Very well deserved
day
win.
of
Hard fought
upsets
win.
too early. This has just
Definitely.
been the day of upsets so far, and it is time for us to take a break after quite that enduring game. This has just been 2 games so far. We still got
Always
3 to go
close.
for today. So close so far. Such great games. This is the University Alliance Cup. We'll be right back in just a bit.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad?
Hey, baby! Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved
From
Math club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online!
dance together!
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold? Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, babe.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.